All right, we're going to go with the NFL draft database, which is the reason I'm going with this one. It's a little wild as far as the trades. So we won't make any. The only promise I'll promise you is we won't make any trades that we would agree that the other team wouldn't make. Okay, because there's some of these trades in this thing are just crazy. You move back one spot and they give you 9 picks. Okay, wait. I don't know if that's going to work. So we'll take the Niners, obviously, and we're got the 25 draft. We're going to go 7 rounds. We'll go fast. I don't know about the standard free for all. Does it matter to you? I think I'm going to go standard. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're going to jump in, enter the draft room. Wait a second. I better share the screen, huh? It's kind of not. These mock drafts aren't quite the same effect when you don't share the screen. All right,
not
there
quite.
You go. It doesn't play the same way. I'll give you the first choice because that's what I'm going to do.
I got first last time. And I know
you want me to go first? I'll go first.
I want to spice it up, man. Let's spice this up.
All right, let's do it. I'll go first. We start right there, hit the orange dot, and we're off and running.
Ooh,
all right, we're at 11.
Tet McMillan's there.
What's that?
Tet McMillan's there.
I know. So first of all, we're getting our first trade. We're getting one trade offer. Jacksonville's called, and they basically said, do you guys want to abort mission on the year? No, we do not. I'll give you our 7th round pick and next year's 1, 2, 4, and 6 if you'll give me the 11th pick. Beat it.
Negative.
No, I'm not doing it. Okay. So now we have the 11th pick overall. This is the board that we're looking at. McMillan did fall. So if the Niners want to go McMillan, but I agree with John. I don't like the use of you draft wide receivers, you draft yourself right out of the league. Gianti I love, but no way. I love the running backs in this draft. There's no way I'm going for Gianti. Malachi Starks would be a plug and play. Can he play free safety? I think he probably can, and I think he would be a great one. So that's a heavy consideration pick for me. Tyler Warren, I said before, I think he's Gronk. If you think he's Gronk, how do you not take him 11th overall? But it is a little high for tight ends, and it's a deep tight end draft. Okay, then you have Jalen Walker, who's the Butkus Award winner. The question is, John, is Jalen Walker, they list him here as an edge rusher, but he's 245 pounds. So what is he? Is he an edge rusher, an undersized edge rusher with incredible speed, or he won the Butkus Award? Is he a stacked linebacker in the Niners' wide 9, 4-3 front? What is Jalen Walker? What position would he play for the Niners? That would be the first question.
I think the answer is yes. And probably one of the players I'm warming up to more and more at the 11 is Jalen Walker. I mean, in the post-Micah Parsons world, these guys exist, and they could do both.
Then there's another intriguing name is Shamar Stewart. Now, he didn't have tons of production, but I watch a lot of A&M football. That's more on them than I would put it on him. This guy is an incredible athlete and edge rusher, and this would give them the size up front. I mean, that would give them a big front because this is a 280-pound defensive end. There's Tyler Booker, who I think is a road grading guard. He's one of my favorite guards in a long time.
Safest player in the draft.
Love him. He's just a destroyer. He's 325. I mean, you will not struggle to run in the low red zone if you have Tyler Booker.
Could you imagine having Booker at left guard and Pooney at right guard for a decade? I don't think that's what the Niners would do. However, whenever I think about it, I get a little excited.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Colston Loveland, I think, is being slept on by a lot of people. He's an awesome tight end. He's even a better mover, I think, than the Penn State guy. Then there's Membu from Missouri, who's, I watched his film for a half hour the other day, and I love him. He's a little short for a tackle, but he's got great arm length, great base, great power. There's a lot to love there. I think he could plug and play at right tackle. I think he could play at right guard, left guard. He's not a left tackle, I don't think, but I think he could play maybe 3 of the 5 spots. Then there's Kenneth Grant. There's Mike Green, Walter Nolan, who I really love a lot. This safety from South Carolina is jumbo and super fast and intriguing. South Carolina's got some really good players, by the way.
They do.
This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. I think
all the offensive tackles are gone except Mimbu.
Yeah, I think I'm really choosing between Walter Nolan, Kenneth Grant, Shamar Stewart, and Jalen Walker and Malachi Starks. That's kind of what I'm choosing between. And I think I'm going to go with Jalen Walker. I think I'm going with the Butkus Award winner. The one, I did the deep dive on the Niners. I did the autopsy. I spent the time. And my conclusion when I spent the time was that the Niners lack speed on defense. They were super fast in Super Bowl 54, not as fast last year, not nearly as fast this year. And Jalen Walker, it really answers that problem. He is super fast. He also is a super high character player. To me, when you can marry production, crazy speed and athleticism, and high character, turn in the card.
Just a football player, you figure out where to put them. That's a problem you can have later. You need him as off-ball linebacker, cool. You need him as an edge rusher, cool. You're playing a mobile quarterback. He might be the best spy mobile quarterback player in the draft. So Kyler Murray, guess what?
You're up here at 43, but let's take a look at the offers that you have coming in before you make your pick. So you've been offered, the Falcons said, hey, you want to move down 3 spots? We'll give you a 7th next year.
Nope.
That's pretty easy to say no to. The Chiefs have called, which is always dubious, but they are offering 2/3 and next year's 2nd to move down 23 spots. Now
negative.
That's but you have to admit that's intriguing.
Value is there, and so I'm looking at. I think that there are still some quality talent available, and I'm very, very happy with a couple names I already see on here. Josh Connerly, offensive tackle.
You like him?
Ceiling might have one of the highest ceilings of the draft. He just hasn't put it together yet. Derek Harmon, defensive tackle. I love that player. I think that he is going to go in the first round. I would have no qualms whatsoever at taking Derek Harmon here. Nick Eman still there, the safety.
Big. I mean, we're talking about 6'4", super athletic. I mean, this is a 6'4", 220-pound safety.
Yeah, he's damn good. And just one of those pieces that you can use. Donovan Jackson, Gray's a bell. I'm seeing mock drafts of him going in the first round now as maybe the best center prospect in this draft. He's there. D1 Walker. There's lots and lots of players that are available that I like here. And again, I would be remiss if I didn't come out and say earlier, we have neglected the trenches, offensive line and defensive line. I think that's where this pick has got to be. And so, I go ahead, Larry.
I was just going to say, I'm okay parking my Niner personnel car at the corner of O-line and D-line this whole draft if you want.
It's
you know what I mean? I mean, it would be fine with me. I looked at the list. I'm okay with drafting like 5 defensive linemen if need be.
Last year drafted zero last year, and I think it hurt us. I'm going Derek Harmon right here in the second round, defensive tackle. I just think whenever I look at kind of what he does, 6'5", 310, 3-down ability, can win even whenever he loses early. Disruptor, versatility, quick, high IQ, recognizes blocks well. I just feel like he anchors versus double teams, helps versus the run and the pass. I'm a big Derek Harmon fan.
Yeah, he led the nation among defensive tackles and tackles for loss. Big kid. I mean, very athletic, good motor. I mean that's a guy who's going to play a lot. And as you see, they gave you an A+ because he was the top guy on the board. All right, so now we're at 75, and we've gone defense twice, but I'm open-minded. I can go defense again, or I can go offense. This is a tough spot because this is where you're going to be tempted by guys like this, Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. It's like those guys are really, really good.
Those are damn good players.
Judkins to me is very safe. Travion Henderson very fast. I love him. I kind of like Jared Ivey, by the way. He's 280-pound edge rusher. I mean, Mississippi's got some players. Arroyo had a great Senior Bowl, the Miami tight end. He was fantastic. Emory Jones is interesting to me LSU's got some incredible players. So I'm looking down this list. Tez Johnson's right there. It's intriguing because I do need that receiver. Makuba is that free safety. That is exactly what you're looking for. He check every box. He can cover. He can play the deep middle. He can hit like a truck. There's a lot to like there. Jordan Birch is a 280-pound defensive end. There's a lot of guys. I'll say this, though. This kid right here, Demetrius Knight, is so special. This guy is a transfer, and they made him a full-time captain. At South Carolina, full-time captains get like a picture in their facility that like stays up forever. And Demetrius Knight is incredibly special. And I was watching him last night and going, oh my God, look at this guy. This guy flies, absolutely flies. And I have a really hard time passing on him. Now, I love Anthony Belton. And most of the mocks that I have, I'm taking Anthony Belton.
We have no lineman yet.
We don't have an O lineman. And I love Anthony Belton. But I'm so in love with the speed and big playability of Demetrius Knight. I'm taking Demetrius Knight. I'm taking the South Carolina linebacker. South Carolina has some of the craziest guys in this draft. The edge rusher, Kennard, amazing. But this kid, Demetrius Knight, is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I think you have to have dominating linebackers. And as you can see, I want a lot of speed on defense. I just added 2 linebackers, basically. I added an edge rusher, blitzer, linebacker, and a 3-down linebacker. So there you go. I know it's a little early. I know that they still need an offensive lineman, but I'm taking Demetrius Knight. I got to have Demetrius Knight.
Get players. And I love it.
So now we're at 99, and let's see.
We got Makuba there, so you ain't got to scroll far. You could scroll back to Makuba. We're doing almost an all defensive draft here.
It'll be okay. I mean, I actually personally think, John, that if I looking at the free agent market, Flacco, Tommy Tremble, some of the I do think there's better offensive players in free agency. I'd rather hit the draft for the defensive side with the athletes. You like Makuba? We're going Makuba.
I'm going Andrew Makuba, safety, Texas. I think he's the best man coverage safety in this draft. And you look at the Jets and the 49ers last year, a lot of man cover one on third downs, and he could play the free safety role. I just absolute baller.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I mean, this kid is he just has swagger. He will give your defense swagger. Okay, I like that one. So now we're at pick 112, and let's take a look at the top of the board. Okay, I like Restrepo. I like Tez. Gunnar Helm's a hell of a blocker. He's not just a good receiver, and it's a great tight end draft. Jordan Phillips has got that wrestling background. So does Dylan Fairchild. I like that. Jared Wilson would give me an amazing center with power. I love Jared Wilson. But I'm a big Ty Robinson fan. And
I know you and your Nebraska boys. You got a T-shirt on Ty yet, Larry?
No, but I have I have got my Nash Hutmacher, but I don't have my Ty Robinson. But Ty Robinson, to me, now I'm older, but he reminds me of Keith Millard, who played it for the Vikings, who was just a badass. I mean, just a monster badass. And Ty Robinson is a badass. I mean, he really is. I also love this corner, Jacob Parrish from
I've been doing
K-State.
work on him. I think he's the best tackling corner in the NFL in this draft.
He's a great
I don't know.
tackler.
I don't know what he's going to play. My comp for him, we're going old school. He's a smaller Bill Bates. I think he might
Bill
just be
Bates, the Cowboy.
Yeah, he might just be a stud special teamer. 5'10", short arms, not fast, but just tough as hell. Ball skills, instincts. I like him.
I love J.J. Pegues. Let me check out the D line here. So there's Ty Robinson, there's J.J. Pegues, there's C.J. West. These guys are all
no
big time.
linemen.
Jamari Caldwell, yeah. We've Tonka.
It's loaded up.
Okay, so that's the D tackle group. Let me see the edge group. And why do I want to see the edge group? There's a couple really special guys. One of them is right here, Oluwafemi Oladejo, but he's listed at 187.
A-plus pronunciation, my friend.
Oh, I mean, I only know that because he went to Cal, and so I'm friends with Guy Haberman. Guy Haberman does play-by-play, and he's like, he's got the pronunciation guide down. So Oluwafemi Oladejo, one thing about Oluwafemi Oladejo is KJ Wright was just absolutely, he was just all over Oladejo, coaching him up off the edge in the Senior Bowl. So that might be a little early for Oladejo. I do love him. This kid, Tyler Batty from BYU, love him too. RJ Oben, Roman Oben's son from Notre Dame, loved him. Johnny Walker from Missouri, loved him. I'm looking to see where they have the LSU kid. I guess he's gone. The LSU, Savion Jones has got to be gone, right?
At probably.
Let me see here.
6'5", 225. I mean, he's tall but small. You talking to the wide receiver? Or you talking to the edge rusher?
No, I'm talking about Savion Jones, he's the 6'6", 290-pound defensive end / tackle for LSU. But I don't see him here. I don't see him, and they list him as an edge rusher. Let's check tight end. I do like Mitchell Evans. I like Gunnar Helm.
I love the tight ends in round 3, 4, 5.
I know Conyers is one of my favorites. Running back, Scatabo. He's a local kid.
Everybody likes Bo.
The guy that I love at running back is where is he here?
Yarns?
Maybe
Are you a Yarns
the Rutgers guy? I'm
okay,
but he's not even here. Is he still in the draft?
I don't know if he came back or not.
Monangi? Maybe he might have been drafted already. All right, so let's take a look. We'll go back to the all. Scatabo would be very popular. That would be very popular. I'm going Ty Robinson. He's just too nasty.
Get your guy.
Yeah, this guy's he's 6'6", he's 310, and he's just plays so freaking hard. I mean, he's just an amazing player. So now we're at 138. We picked back-to-back, 138, 139. And I can move the board around for you if you want to see different positions, because now
it's time to show the O-line some love, my friend. So I want to look at offensive tackles, and I want to look at centers. Oh, I like Trapilio. I like Jack Nelson. There are some guys that I really like here from a tackle's perspective. Oh, man.
Here's a guy that I kind of like late is this guy, J.C. Davis from Illinois. He went to McClymonds in Oakland, and I watched Illinois this year. This guy just blew people off the line at right tackle. He's probably more of a day three guy. Center, you want to take a look at the interior offensive line? You got Fairchild, you got Jared Wilson, McLaughlin, Miles Frazier's not bad. Jackson Slater's my Sac State brother. Willie Lampkin is one of my favorite players in the draft. He's 5'10", 270. Marcus Ware from Montana State played right tackle, but I think he's going to play center. Marcus Tate.
I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go versatility. I want to go back to the tackles, offensive tackles. I'm going to go Ozzie Trapillo out of Boston College. Versatility. 24 starts at right tackle, 10 starts left tackle, couple starts at guard. I think he's very pro ready. Do I think he'll be a left tackle? No. 33.5-inch arms, same as Colton McKivitz. Could be the guard, left guard. Could be the right tackle. I've got to get some guys that can play tackle for me. Ozzie. I like that pick.
Okay, I like that. Let's take a look who's on the board here now. We're at pick 139. And Trapillo can play tackle. You think he can that he's more of a guard or more of a tackle? He's a tackle.
I think he's a right tackle guard. I think he's a right tackle guard. I don't think he's a left tackle.
Okay, you could come back with Jared Wilson, the center from Georgia. Powell Ryland's a good edge rusher. Parrish, the corners I'd be considering here. R.J. Harvey, the running back from UCF, is very productive. They met with him. He's super smart, productive. Man, J.J. Pegues is interesting because he could probably play a little fullback for you in short yardage. He's been really, really good. Jeffrey Bassa, the Oregon linebacker, is very fast.
I love Bassa.
Yeah, Bassa is intriguing. I love this corner, Kobe Bryant, C.J. West. I mean, we're kind of thick on defensive tackles at this point.
I would be very happy if they went 1 to 2 defensive tackles in the first 5 rounds. That would just, you need it. It's such a weakness. And so we got really 2. Tough. I'm happy.
Let's see. Linebacker. I guess we already got some linebackers. Oh, I know. Let's see. What round are we in here? We're in the 4th round, or we're at the last pick of the 4th round. Let's take a look at the corners. Okay, there's Parrish. There's Kobe Bryant. I do think they need a couple corners.
I like the other. Do you like the other Kansas guy? Dotson, I think it is. Yeah, Mello Dotson.
Yeah, he's tall.
I did some work on him this morning. I like him a lot, man.
Yeah, I do. I like him a lot. I
5 pick sixes in his career. That's what I like.
How many?
5 pick sixes in his career.
Yeah, that means he's got a great first step. Gosh. Looking at these running backs, there's a lot of good runners. Tight ends.
So many good ones. There's so many good running backs in this draft. It's just
tight
so
ends.
many.
There's a lot of good tight ends. Let me go back to the D line. It seems like there's D linemen in every shape and size in this draft. Let's see. Is there anybody even I like Tonka Hemingway a lot. I might go for like kind of a pass rusher here. Oh, here's the guy I'm going for. I love this guy. Eric Gregory from Arkansas. Arkansas is one of the most underrated programs in the country. He's just a monster. I realize I'm taking a lot of defensive tackles, but you know what? This guy is a beast. This is going to be a phenomenal pick. Eric Gregory is just an absolute monster, and he's got great movement ability, really, really strong. Love Eric Gregory, man. Arkansas's got some really underrated players, and he's one of them.
I'm a big Landon Jackson guy. I
love Landon Jackson, but he's long gone now. But Landon Jackson would probably been my pick up here somewhere if I could have gotten him.
I want to look at corners and tight ends. We don't have a corner or tight end yet, so I want to check out those 2 spots. Yeah,
so you got Gadsden. A lot of people like Gadsden. I think Mitchell Evans. Now he did tear his ACL a couple years ago, but he was good this year. He's got great hands. The Iowa tight ends always are solid. Breeze Corn is a good tight end. He's big, 6'5", 6'6" from Mississippi. Urasek transferred from Stanford to Georgia and then shared time with Delp. The Niners met with C.J. Dupre from Alabama. Conyers from Texas Tech is the ASU transfer. Carter Runyon from Towson, that's a good player right there.
I love the tight end class.
Rivaldo Fairweather's got like 86-inch wingspan, crazy wingspan. R.J. Maryland's a good tight end. There's a bunch here. There's a lot of good tight ends for sure. And what's the G. Scott? I think is kind of underrated. What's the other spot?
Cornerback.
Corner. Okay, let's take a look at the corners.
Ooh, Upton Stout, Justin Wally. We got some good ones. Tommy Hill, Jabbar Muhammad. I woke up this morning and I started working on corners, and man, 5'10", 183, experienced mirror match guy, good feet. He played for 3 separate Big 5 programs and excelled at every single one of them. Oklahoma State, Washington, just played everywhere and did really, really, really well. All of his brothers. So I'm going to go Jabbar Muhammad, Oregon. I'm not even an Oregon guy. I've drafted not 1, but 2 Oregon players. I don't even like Oregon, but that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
I like this guy. He's a tackler, very, very physical. 78.8 tackling grade. I want corners that can play the run.
I like it. I like it. So now we're in at pick number 228. We're in the 7th round. So let's take a look at all. Ooh. This is kind of the part of the draft where you got to just kind of play it as it comes. Now,
we don't have a running back. We don't have a center.
I'm going Mitchell Evans here. I mean, this guy's just too talented of a receiver. He's got great hands. The 49ers got to have a dependable tight end, and Mitchell Evans at 228 is kind of a steal. So I'm going to go Mitchell Evans. So you have pick number 232, and this is the top of the of all. Jamare Caldwell. I will say this, John. I don't know how much of the Senior Bowl practices you watch. Now, Caldwell weighs 342 pounds. But, man, he was cooking. He was absolutely cooking. As for 342 pounds, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody move that well at 342 pounds. Now, I don't know how he's going to play all the time, but he busted it in those practices.
It's funny because in my draft write-up, the very first word I have is motor, which, again, for 340, like, that doesn't make sense. It really, really doesn't. Scrolling through here, I'm seeing some fun. I see the name I like.
Who do you got?
I like my man from Delaware.
Marcus Yarns.
I don't even like running backs. I usually stay away from them. But Marcus Yarns, Delaware, I'm going to throw Shanahan a bone here. 5'10", 190. Short arms, all those things. But I really think that this is somebody that shined in the Senior Bowl. You got to get those seniors. Well, he can play quarterback. He can run routes. He can kind of do a little bit of everything. The production was just unreal. 1,100, plus rush yards. I get Delaware, but whenever it shines at the Senior Bowl, we got a running back. Shanahan's going to draft one. We know it.
Yeah, I like that. I like Yarns. I think he's going to run in the 4.3s. He's super tough. He can catch the ball. He's got special teams experience. Good player, really good player. He was a great lacrosse player, if you can believe it or not, in high school. He was a 3-sport guy: football, basketball, lacrosse. But Delaware, that's the part of the country they play a lot of lacrosse. All right, so let's look at the last pick here, 255. Let's take a look at the quarterbacks. What are the quarterbacks? I can go Tyler Shugg if I want Tyler Shugg. So he's a strong arm quarterback for sure if I wanted to go there. Let's see wide receivers. Is there anybody? I like this Elijah Badger. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Jawan Jennings. I like this kid Chisholm for sure. Dante Thornton's intriguing. The SC transfer who's at Tulane is on this list somewhere down here.
Dude, there's some good names, man.
I know. There's a lot of good players. And let me check running back. I think running back's going to be a crazy deep draft. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Niners met with him. He's intriguing from Arizona. Donovan Edwards is kind of intriguing. Mario Anderson is intriguing, though he did spit on a guy. I have a hard time when people who spit on people.
Bill Romanowski.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's a hell of a running back. But, I mean, look at all these running backs. Quentin Cooley's a back. Montrell Johnson's a back. Bentley's a back. Trevion Cooley's a back.
The undrafted free agent class is going to be pretty stout this year.
Yeah, Jalen White from Georgia Southern's a good back. So that's tough. Let me see edge. Sometimes there's some great edge players. See, Tyler Batty. I might have a hard time passing on Tyler Batty. I don't know if you've seen BYU, but this kid's just crazy. Comes flying off the edge, plays super hard. Anto Saka from Northwestern is another freaky athlete who can come flying off the edge. Sometimes Joshua Josephs from Tennessee is a great athlete. This is a tough one. Let me check the linebacker list because I do think there's some undersized linebackers that are big-time players. I think the Niners may draft this kid, Carson Bruner, who's was at Washington. I could see him being the pick here. He's kind of a special teamer. But I'm going this guy. This is one of my favorite guys in the entire draft. Chandler Martin. Okay. Tell me
about Chandler. I don't know much about him. Tell me about him.
Okay. I did a whole breakdown on him the other day, and he is, first of all, he's top to bottom what you're looking for as far as he's basically he had 30, he's a linebacker from Memphis. He's 5'11", 233 pounds. He had 32 quarterback pressures and 9 sacks. He was first in the nation among all linebackers with 9 sacks. This guy closes on the ball carrier with violence. He was an East Tennessee State kid who transferred. He was a 2-star high school recruit. Humble leader. He was great at the Shrine Game. First team all conference. You know, you think of these sub 6'3", sub 6'2" linebackers. He's in that same group with Nick Bolton, Nakobe Dean, Dre Greenlaw, Chandler Martin. I saw him interviewed, and they're like, you know, Chandler, you're dominating and this and that. And he's like, yeah, you know, I just got to keep getting better every day. He's like all about getting better every day. He's just an amazing athlete and a very, very, very productive player. Chandler, let me see if I can show you his bio, because his bio, to me, this guy is really intriguing. Memphis is kind of an underrated program. I don't know how much
they put out a lot of
Memphis
players
as a pro. They really do, and this guy is fantastic. You know, he's their full-time captain. Let me see, he wears number 11. He's from Lithonia, Georgia. He went to Arabia Mountain High School.
I've been to Lithonia, Georgia.
Have you? This guy was first team all conference. He's also an honor roll student. So, I mean, it's like this guy checks a lot of the boxes. He's like an honor roll student all 4 years in high school. He led his team to a state title in high school. He was, you know, really, really good football player all the way through. Started on the varsity for 3 seasons, played both linebacker and running back. Then he goes to college, and, you know, he's an all-academic player, all-conference, their captain, their tackling machine, their leader. I'll show you a picture of him, but he's an incredible talent. Oh, there you see him. You see him right there, right?
Yeah, we don't. We still got your mock draft thing.
That's right. The mock draft's up. So I'm going to go Chandler Martin. Chandler Martin from University of Memphis, and I just think that he's just too good to pass up. Too studly of a tackler. The guy's going to be starting caliber linebacker. So we're done. So we got Jalon Walker, Derek Harmon, Demetrius Knight, Andrew Makuba, Ty Robinson, Ozzie Trapilo, Eric Gregory, Jabbar Muhammad, Mitchell Evans, Marcus Yarns, Chandler Martin. So we went, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We went 3 offensive players, and the rest were defense. Yeah.
This means we're going veteran free agents on the offensive side. We're getting a veteran free agent center and a veteran wide receiver. That's what we're doing, and I ain't mad about that at all.
What's your favorite pick that you made there?
Makuba. I just think Makuba is a difference maker, tone setter, and fits a need that the Niners don't have. The problem is I think Makuba goes second, third round, not fourth round where we got him. I'd love it. But I got to say, Larry, I love doing these with you, man, because the amount of passion that you have for these guys, ranked 396, is second to none, and I hope you never change. And I feel like probably a lot of people watching this show, I just sit back and smile because it's so cool how much you care about these guys and you bring them to life for me. I got my notes open. I'm adding to my notes during the show, man. So, Larry, I just want to say, man, your passion comes across, and I know I'm not the only one that appreciates that. So thank you, brother.
Well, man, I you know how much I love doing these things, and you're like the perfect guy to do these things with because you know the players. You absolutely know the players.